Hello everyone, this is Crota coming at you, giving you game 1 in a series between SuperBT versus Sini. SuperBT spawning as the Orc player over here on the top left-hand side of the map. Meanwhile, Sini has spawned as the Yellow Night Elf on the bottom right. Now, before anything's said and done, I have reached out to some people who know some of the admins at WCA World Cyber Arena and hoping to get at least some replays out there. I've tried to reach out and get more and more replays and feature them on my channel, but language communications, timing issues, simply being ignored has made it rather difficult. I would, post some information about the sponsors if I do get, direct contact from them, but well, I can't always get what I want, otherwise I'd be spoiled. Anyways, let's go ahead and break down what's going to be happening here into SuperBT versus Sini. Teal Orc versus Yellow Night Elf, as the units are going to be scouting each other here in just a moment. Night Elf versus Orc, as you guys can already notice, and I am expecting Druids of the Talon. Early Blade Master making its way out, still has that Scroll of Town Portal, most likely going to go ahead and try and take down this Ogre Magi, this 5-3-3 creep camp, and then this Grunt off over here is going to be attacking the Trapper here in just a moment. However, nope, taking a little bit of damage right there. Ogre Magi gonna fall first, pick up an item, most likely a Troll Trapper next, and then after that, well, this Ogre Warrior will get taken down. What item was picked up? Gloves of Haste, slightly a faster attack speed. Meanwhile, the Demon Hunter already picking up that Ring of Protection +2 and clearing out this 5-3-3 creep camp with the help of an Ancient of War. That is definitely going to speed things up for him, as this Ancient of War now makes the slow trek back to his base. All right, Blade Master going to finish this off here. Now make his way off to the north. You can see that Wisp in a very good spot right there where he cannot get attacked by the Blade Master or even grunts. Scroll of Town Portal already sold. Picks up double healing salves and now making its rounds off over here. I would have not been surprised if this Grunt tried to tank this No Brood Camp creep camp to try and get this Blade Master level 2, but we're not taking a look at that as of yet. The tech to tier 2 has already begun on both sides, as teching to tier 2 is extremely important in this matchup. If you can tech slightly faster than your opponent, that gives you a benefit, a little bit of a benefit, as you're able to get your tier 2 buildings out slightly faster if you are the Orc player. Hence, the Beastmaster with those Quill Beasts will not be able to shut down your Bestiary or your Spirit Lodge as they're trying to be constructed. Now, the Blade Master has picked up Circlet of Nobility and waiting on a Boots of Speed. I don't know, either based on the gold or on the shop. I believe now the Boots of Speed were picked up, so that Blade Master is going to be slightly faster, as he will be able to chase down some of those units. Now, Null Overseer going to get quick. Oh, no, Null Warding going to get taken down right there. Blade Master going to go ahead and pick up, Mana Burn, but level 2. Beautiful timing on the Blade Master. I believe he delayed an attack right there just to make sure that he was able to get that additional damage. All right, low hit point Grunts in the front field, taking a little bit of damage there, but the Blade Master now out already. Blade Master could perhaps try and wind walk and chase down units. Blade Master now have to be careful about another mana burn right there. Damage now being dealt back the other way. Demon Hunter taking a fair bit of damage here, as the Archer now attempting to focus down one of these Grunts. All right, losing a Grunt at this point would be a very big deal. This low hit point Grunt now actually going to be chasing after the Archer, as there is a bit of turnabout there. Demon Hunter, however, may try and intercept once again. There is another mana burn, as the Blade Master now going to finish off the Null Overseer, pick up the item, a Ring of Protection +2, and now go back to lick his wounds, most likely. There's a heal, there's another heal, third heal onto the Blade Master, as that Blade Master going to recoup some of his damage, and also beautifully played there, leaving the full hit point Grunt to try and intercept that Archer, who was looking to stop those healing salves from getting their full effect. Now we are pretty much at tier 2. Now taking the tier 3, double Ancient of Wind being placed down. Most likely there's one, there is two, as the Druids of the Talon will be coming up on short notice. We are going to be taking a look here. There are Grunts healing back over here, as well as the Blade Master is just attempting to shut down and perhaps take down an Archer or two. A Blade Master may be able to finish off this Archer, and yes, there it's going to go down to, well, up to 401 experience already, 2/3 of the way, as the Beastmaster may try to drop a Quill Beast in order to shut down or at least stop some of the important tech that is happening in the back. Now, normally, Normally, when an Orc player is able to set up the Spirit Lodge and Bestiary without any sort of interruption, they have a slight advantage. Blade Master now where is this Demon Hunter teleporting to? Teleporting back down. Where is he going? Teleporting back over here. That Quill Beast running all the way to the back now. And this Spirit Lodge is taking a fair bit of damage. You can see damage is already racking up. Blade Master now going to be coming across over here. Should really be going after the Quill Beast more than anything else. As we take a look, Quill Beast, Quill Beast should have been the main unit to be shot down there, as the Quill Beast may get taken down. Yes, it looks like, yes, it will get taken down there as a Grunt. Oh my goodness. Beautiful pathing right there, as now the Demon Hunter is in trouble, maybe forced to burn a Scroll of Town portal in order to get away. All right, Grunts and units are still off over here. Peon, Demon Hunter going back once more for that Spirit Lodge. Spirit Lodge will end up being constructed there, as the Demon Hunter now using a Scroll of Town portal, using those Moonwells to get pretty much back up to full, and will be making a move out once again. Adept training about 80% done. Fairy Fire and Druid of the Talon, their crow form, will be ready here in just a second. Let's take a look. Demon Hunter now coming back around. Quill Beast not being dropped down yet, as it looks like the Tauren Chieftain able to turn around, pick up an item, and now needs to be very, very careful. Her Speed Scroll now being used. All the units are going to be running very, very quickly away. Demon Hunter unable to catch up even with those boots of speed. Endurance Aura on top of Speed Scroll. Very, very fast moving units even after the Speed Scroll does come to an end. But let's take a look at this. Windwalk Strike. There is an ensnare. Are we going to get a surround? Yes, we are. No, we are not. A little bit of a hiccup there coming in from the Orc, not getting a surround on the necessary 6 units that he had. And that's got to be very, very difficult to watch, as any player who knows 4 unit surrounds nearly impossible. 5 is what you would hope for, but 6 should be fairly easy unless you start falling asleep at the wheel. Now we're taking a look at the Blade Master and the Tauren Chieftain continuing to build their advantage. Level 3 now on that Blade Master, only level 2 on the Demon Hunter here, as the Blade Master now feels confident enough to creep, even though to creep by himself, even though that the Blade Master will have to deal with the Tauren Chieftain and not the Tauren Chieftain, the Demon Hunter and that Beastmaster. Ancient of War tanking a bit of damage here. Druids of the Talon fighting back. You can see how much damage that Null Overseer takes. The double damage from the Druids of the Talon modified by the negative armor. That unit does fall relatively quickly. Now, let's take a look back over here. Tauren Chieftain now making its way back off to the north. Blade Master still wandering around. It is fairy fired, so it is revealed, and all of his movements are pretty much kept track of throughout this fight. Now, no ensnares yet. Onto the Night Elf units, as we may see a surround come down here in just a moment. All right, Blade Master able to windwalk away, had just the right amount of mana, as the Blade Master now going to be keeping track of these units here. Demon Hunter still has plenty of mana, ready to once again burn it off of that Blade Master if it does try to reveal itself, but I don't believe it's going to try to reveal itself just quite yet. It is actually in a fairly dangerous spot, but however, could be going after these other important units here in just a second. Meanwhile, Tauren Chieftain getting to level 2 and should be relatively close to level 3, or now at level 3 already. He was well on his way to level 2, so those creep camps really did him good. Tauren Chieftain now with Shockwave should be able to do a lot of damage here, as the Blade Master going to be able to sneak through once more. There is another mana burn, but the Tauren Shockwave rips through and deals 130 damage to a line full of Druids of the Talon. Now, this is where you have to be very careful. Where is that Tauren Chieftain? If the Tauren Chieftain still has mana, which it currently does, it just needs to stay back away from that Demon Hunter, as unit after unit is going to be relatively low on life. All right, Disenchant, Scroll of Healing, counteracting a bit of the Focus Fire, Staff of Preservation, teleporting, I believe, a unit back home here, as one Raider does get taken out. All right, Staff of Teleportation comes back. Demon Hunter ready to go, looking to fight back here. Grunt going to get taken out as well. Goblin Tinker in a relatively good spot, as the units are just continuing this fight once again. Blade Master losing a lot of his units here, and I got to admit, the Night Elf player doing a great job holding off his opponent, and we're now looking at a 44 over 50 supply compared to 46 over 50, not really using the additional gold to that big of his own advantage. You can see 22 gold, 48 over 50 compared to, well, 49 over 50 with 150 gold. So I guess things are relatively even once more, as the Tauren Chieftain does buy a potion of mana in order to heal or replenish that mana relatively quickly and be able to get in that all-important shockwave. If that Tauren Chieftain gets to level 5, all bets are off on who is going to win. Those Druids of the Talon, yes, relatively strong and powerful, but if the Blade Master is able to perhaps pick off a unit or two, there goes 2 Druids of the Talon already, as we're already looking at a big fight here. All right, 2 Druids of the Talon. Is the Tauren Chieftain, yes, able to get a shockwave off only on 1 Druid of the Talon, though, not able to hit the cluster of units that it really needs to, and we should be looking at a mana burn right there. Yeah, Tauren Chieftain now out of mana, as he is what's more up in the air. Tauren Chieftain pretty much getting danced back and forth, as we now look at the sounded like a potion of lesser invulnerability was used, and yes, that is on the Tauren Chieftain. He did throw down a shockwave, and he is now continuing to try and finish off a handful of units here. All right, ensnare onto a handful of units. All right, wow, 1 Raider very low on hit points finally gets taken down as the Goblin Tinker gets to level 2. Blade Master, however, just shy of level 4. Tauren Chieftain well on its way to level 4, as we should be looking at perhaps some healing salves to heal up these units. They are a little bit worse for wear, sitting at 46 over 50 supply, and some of them being in the mid-yellow to low yellow compared to 48 over 50. All right, can the Tauren Chieftain get enough experience on himself to get to level 5? Once it is level 5, I believe that the Night Elf will pretty much going to be wave the white flag at that point. He won't have enough life on those Druids of the Talon to really be able to stick around and win those wars of attrition. All right, let's go ahead. Let's make our way back off to the north. Spirit Walker making its way off over here. Let's take a look. Blade Master ready to go. Tauren Chieftain ready to go. We are now all looking to come across here. Raiders, Spirit Walkers, Grunts, Peons, and everything else now going to be making their rounds. Perhaps over here to the top right, we could be looking at a Spirit Link cast there in order to easily take down that top right creep camp, giving them a very powerful item in addition to most likely a level 4 Blade Master and perhaps a level 4 Tauren Chieftain if the Blade Master does back off in time. All right, Blade Master, relatively low on hit points here. Is he going to get to level 4 and then back off? Yes, level 4. Is he backing off? No, he is not. And it looks as though the Blade Master is going to steal a little bit of the necessary experience, and the Tauren Chieftain will continue to be just shy of level 4. All right, healing wards, however, making this army just that much more powerful and ready and raring to go. Druid of the Talons with plenty of mana for Cyclone, so it will come down to execution. Yes, Orc has been playing a pretty strong game throughout, but he hasn't really been able to slow down the Night Elf either, and with that many Druids of the Talon, you really need to be able to slow some things down. All right, let's go ahead and take a look. Orc Burrow number 1, quickly going to get taken out if the Druids of the Talon are able to continue to just shoot their magic onto those Orc Burrows with heavy armor, burning them down essentially, as we now see a shockwave come through. All right, there goes another Druid of the Talon. It looks like Druids of the Talon are falling faster than any other unit on the field, as a third Druid of the Talon now has fallen as well. Scroll of Healing quickly counteracted. Mana burn on the Troll Berserker, pretty much now out of mana. Gonna have some very difficult problems, as all the units are now able to teleport a wave, save for the 2 that were currently, well, they don't need to be teleported away. They got cycloned up by their opponent. All right, let's go ahead and continue to make our rounds here. Tauren Chieftain sitting at level 4. No Clarity. Oh, no. Clarity Potion has been used. We may see clear out of this level or 9 o'clock location. There's a Manual of Health there, but not being used or picked up. Tauren Chieftain actually getting caught in a very bad spot. Has to be careful. There's a mana burn. Being forced to use a Potion of Lesser Invulnerability in order to just get away, and that was a huge mistake by the Orc player there. Manual of Health, though, if that Tauren Chieftain is able to escape with less than 50 hit points, that will definitely be the case, as we are now looking at a fight raging on. All right, Grunt going to get taken down. There it goes. Continuing to battle this out once more. Clockwork Goblins will be popping out here in just a moment. There is another here. Ankh of Reincarnation, as the fight is raging on. Druids of the Talon trying to fight back here as the Demon Hunter was taken down, but he does have the Ankh of the Ankh right there, and he does come back into play, albeit at a little bit at about 2/3 life here, as the Demon Hunter now continuing to fight here. Unit after unit is falling, and it looks like the Druids of the Talon are just starting to win this war. Not a very good situation to be in for the Orc player. He was dominating for quite some time, but now not going to be able to do so as the Tinker falls or teleports back at level 3. All right, Goblin Tinker now taken down. Tauren Chieftain, very low on hit points and very close to level 5. Same thing for that Blade Master. Blade Master needs to figure out what his follow-up play is going to be. We're looking at 43/60 compared to 45/60. We are now ready to go as the Raiders getting disenchanted there and will be pushing out once more. Demon Hunter ready to go here. Off over here to the top right, Blade Master is also ready to go. It looks as though that creep camp was already cleared out. Every single creep camp except for one creep camp, or one creep there. One Null Assassin standing away from your permanent hero levels. Otherwise, you need to attack your opponent, as that is what we're looking at now. Blade Master is still pretty much running around in circles on the map, not quite sure where to go. You can see Druids of the Talon just all the way across the map, as well as we're now looking at Raiders coming in, getting in a little bit of damage. It does not look like, once again, that there is use of siege, as we are now looking at the Raiders now looking to pull back here. All right, or pillage, not siege. All right, let's go ahead and break things down here. Demon Hunter now currently ensnared. Blade Master able to push back this attack relatively easily, as home defense making a very big difference just in terms of building layout and those moonwells. All right, Fairy Dragon in a little bit of trouble, will be left behind here. Units continuing to pull back over here again. Raider looks like it will get ensnared. Perhaps it will be able to take down one unit. No, not going to be able to, and in fact gives level 4 to the Demon Hunter. That's not exactly what you want to do. Giving your opponent additional free experience for him to come back and beat you up with. All right. Tauren Chieftain. Raiders, where is that Blade Master? Blade Master is down over here. Going to finish off a Null Assassin. Gets to level 5 with Boots of Quelt the Lost, Circlet of Nobility, Gloves of Haste. Very, very strong items indeed. He should be able to slice and dice his way through this Demon Hunter and this Beast Master, barring any significant issues in terms of those heroes. 4-4-3 essentially, as Rexar is Max Rockmane, just 5 experience shy from the next level. All right, here you go. Tauren Chieftain now back at home, able to defend his defend there. Meanwhile, Demon Hunter still creeping with that Beastmaster. Beastmaster now at level 4, and that may continue to be a problem, as well as we may get that Hawk, which is able to attack with magic damage. All right. Raiders now ready to go, making their way over here to the top right. Tauren Chieftain now opting to buy a Scroll of Town Portal, his get out of jail free card, just in case he overcommits. Down over here on the bottom right, Tauren Chieftain now Tauren Chieftain going to be charging in here. Tree of Eternity showing 49/50 supply compared to 46/60. But who has the better items? That's going to be the big issue, as a Quill Beast now hoping to shut down an Orc Burrow, but no real such luck there. Blade Master now running in and doing some straight up damage onto this here. It looks like that damage could be added up in just a moment. All right, is he going to try and engage? Oh, Cyclone brings in up the Blade Master. Blade Master will have to be extremely careful, as he could try and sneak his way around. Does get a 200 hit point critical strike and is now trying to fight his way through this. Blade Master engaging. Blade Master currently with lesser invulnerability. Tauren Chieftain now opts to back out here. Could have used a potion of mana and then shockwave down all of those poor Druids of the Talon, but they were able to dodge that there nicely. All right, Druids of the Talon now attempting to heal back up, ready for this upcoming fight here. Raiders are ready to go. Spirit Walker ready to go. Tauren Chieftain now making its way down. And let's take a look here. Beastmaster now heading back off to the north. It looks as though they're going to be coming back around over here. Where are they going to be traveling to next? Druids of the Talon now opting here. Do it. Demon Hunter now coming in from the back as we're looking at the Raiders moving down from the north. Going to be pretty much heading straight down south and trying to put pressure on the Ancient of Wind. Back over here, let's see, peons all being brought over. All the gold in the gold mines have been mined out. So yes, this is a significant issue as we are now looking at Tree of Eternity getting Nature's Blessing. It looks like it will be that Walk of Shame. A lot of long distance mining quickly coming in as we now see a Wisp quickly ensnared. All right, no pillage. As I mentioned earlier, Quillbeast able to finish off a little bit as we're now looking at a big fight here. Blade Master up in the air. Druids of the Talon continuing the fight there. Shockwave as the Tauren Chieftain now pretty much out of mana, needs to consider his options at this point. Shockwave, however, did deal a little bit of damage to those Druids of the Talon, but not enough to really swing things in anyone's particular favor. Quillbeast continuing to annoy and harass that Orc Burrow there. We are seeing a 43/40 supply. Tree of Eternity making the slow walk here to the 3 o'clock location to establish up an expansion, but I still don't think that's going to work. There's only 2 expansion locations on this map, so it's not going to be difficult for the Orc player to just scout out both and realize where his opponent is at. All right, peons running right on inside. They will have no problem whatsoever getting those sacks of gold and returning them back to their main town hall, so to speak. As we are now looking at the Blade Master making a bit of a run back down to the south. Is he going to be able to, lead a strong enough force here to try and boot out the Night Elf, who has really entrenched himself fairly deeply, but now needs to move in order to maintain gold production? All right. Continuing this fight off over here, let's take a look. One Bat Rider now trying to escape the rounds of a Hawk. Hawk, however, quickly ensnared there, and that is going to turn into some quick, easy work. Is the Tauren Chieftain? Yes, gets to level 5, and with that level 5 on the Tauren Chieftain and a potion of mana, he should be able to finish off, or at least deal a lot of damage to those minions here. Or, well, troops here. All right, back over here. Druids of the Talon now off over here to the side. Let's take a look. Demon Hunter off over here. We are entangling this gold mine, trying to get a little bit more out of this and just be able to stay in this game. But the Blade Master rushing in here, going to be able to focus down some of these easy buildings. And it looks like, yeah, without a Scroll of Town portal possible, things are just going to go from bad to worse. All right, Druids of the Talon, 43/40. It looks as though, yes, that is going to get taken out as well. We are still looking to finish off everything here. Blade Master now looking to finish off the Altar of Elders. And now, pretty much the starting base location looks at the 3 o'clock location as opposed to the 5. Quillbeast continuing to harass off over here, 48/50. Meanwhile, Blade Master being brought in from the... being brought over now, should be able to keep track of his opponent and now fight back relatively easily. There's an ensnare onto the Demon Hunter. Demon Hunter, however, quickly picked back up into the air as we are now still looking at some all-important fights. Blade Master now continuing the fight to take down the Demon Hunter. Demon Hunter now, Potion of Lesser Invulnerability has been used. Blade Master now looking to back off. He has a Potion of Lesser Invulnerability, but does not want to use it just quite yet, as... well, he doesn't want to use it just quite yet. All right, another beautiful Shockwave, and that is a lot of red. We're red status updated Chinese girls right there just taking so much damage, but that is not going to be the case anymore. All right, let's go ahead and back up. And I only say Chinese because, well, Warcraft 3 is big in China still. All right, let's go ahead and take a look at this. Blade Master now trying to finish things off here. It looks like they will kill one. Will they be able to finish another? Yes, they will. Blade Master very low on hit points. Potion of Lesser Invulnerability continuing to be used. Is he going to get stabbed to preservation as the Demon Hunter, able to stay alive ever so barely there. There is no Cyclone now being used. Disenchant here. And the Blade Master trying to get away down to 80 hit points. And the Blade Master now going to walk away back down to the south here. However, the Druids of the Talon still pressuring rather nicely. And is he going to be able to make his way out? Yes, he will. Wow. 42 hit points. This is looking very bad. And once that Blade Master is gone, that will pretty much be game. Tinker is now at level 4. Level 4 and level 4. 444 around compared to, I believe it was just 5-5. But the sheer number of heroes and the variety able to shut down that Blade Master. All right, back off over here. Druid of the Talons and the Night Elf just looking to put the final nail in the coffin. Will he be able to pursue and finish off his opponent? There's Mana Burn there. Tauren Chieftain now continuing the fight. And there you have it. I believe this is pretty much going to be the game. Mana Burn now coming in across. The Demon Hunter could have perhaps finished off the Spirit Walker, but now, no, going to be bringing over the rest of the remaining units and also that Tauren Chieftain. That is pretty much going to be it right there. Not going to be able to deal enough damage. Spirit Walker just too far away, and that is going to be it, folks. There's the GG. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Hope you guys enjoyed Game 1 of this series.